Hi, welcome to Ocean Yemi's channel. So today I'm going to I'm not gonna really draw out no things today like I normally do. Um, I'm just gonna talk about a little bit about Leave the World Behind. Like even if I have to do a second part on it, it's fine because Leave the World Behind had a lot in it. Um, People in the conspiracy theories used to talk about chemical attacks, cyber attacks, cabals, and stuff like that. But what's so interesting is that how this movie carries all of that in one. It shows a little bit of prejudiceness, how one person thinks more about themselves than the other, how um how easy things can change into other things and Leave the World Behind. I feel the characters was interesting. Julia Roberts was a horrible. Not only was she a horrible person in it, it's also when she explains that she dislikes people, but when she really plays it out, it's like she's being racist to the family, the house who they're looking after, like taking care of the house. I think it's like a house swap situation. And then you see the family turn up, which is the guy and his daughter, and they're questioning them before even letting them into the house, um, because it seems like unreal that such a person can own such a house. So the the there's a lot of conflict in parts, and I think also the family that is there, right? The children has like little things going on, like the son um trying to scare the little sister in certain ways. You see a lot of symbolisms around. You see how easy propaganda is spread in certain parts of the movie, where i.e. the aeroplane is sending out papers out and it lands onto the on the car. So one of the characters gets it, and then it's like and they said no, it's that like it's these types of people that is doing this and that. And at the beginning of the movie, you see a guy collecting water. Now, for how long I can remember people talking about prepping and getting ready. Um, it also gave me started making me remember when I used to listen to Vasco Stevens when he spoke about how people would not be able to come out of their houses for for a length of time due to noises, Google sending out messages. This movie basically carried out, I think, what was said amongst the conspiracy theory community. Not only that, the cabal was brought up a few times. The black guy, knew exactly what was happening, but then it's like he sort of wasn't given information, but he was given information. Um, the little girl was adamant on watching a show, like watching a show. She really wanted to watch a show. She was seeing things, she was feeling things. She was saying, you know, why can't I go over there? Or what's this? Or and the mother wouldn't give her the answer. Later on in the movie, right, you see a Mexican lady, like she's asking for help literally. And the guy, he doesn't understand, but he doesn't help her neither. Now there's a saying, this everyone for themselves kind of situation. And me and my daughter also came to a conclusion that it will be like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like I said, conspiracy theories and others has put out. One of my friends that I'm in contact with was telling me a lot of stuff. Everything that he said was in that movie to the letter. Um, the cities when the other character's daughter and the lady goes somewhere with I think this is nearing the end or something. When they look across, they see the cities getting bombed and it's chaotic over there. And she starts crying. And, you know, it's like the world's coming to an end kind of thing. You see the test, you see everything works on the internet. Everything works on the internet. Nothing works in the house because it's a smart house of some sort. You see Teslas operating by themselves. Um, you see, like when the guy leaves the car, a signal kind of comes through, but he doesn't hear the message. He doesn't hear what he's supposed to do. And when they finally go to where I would say the man who was getting water for his family, because the guy words was right, I'm just taking care of mine. He helped a little bit when the boy wasn't feeling well, but he says, I'm taking care of mine. I've heard those words many a times because people was putting out, I'll say, like they call them doomsday messages and stuff like that. But not only did this, the movie itself alone shows how easy humanity will go down. I also peeped near the end where the daughter is playing friends. She puts on friends. She goes into a house. She breaks into a house. It's the same house that she said to her brother, come, let's go to this house. The brother was like, no, 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 we're not going in there. Um, I'm sorry, I'm talking all over the place, but um, then when she goes in there, there's like a whole bunker set up, old VCRs set up, the lights come on, and all that. Then during the movie, the animals is how the deers are moving. The deers just stand up and just watching, just watching um the birds where the nature's moving in general. Um, at the beginning, the way the ship just comes and beaches onto the the beach, that the people had to run or had to run away because everybody was kind of getting on with life. They wasn't really heeding to the messages that was being given and sent so that they can make sure that they are okay. They kind of just like go on as normal, which is what normally happens in these type of movies. There's always one person who is a source of information who knows something but doesn't tell the other people. Now the black guy, he was a source of information and he only kept giving away bits and pieces. He never gave away the whole thing. He seemed to know what was going on. And you know, um you see ignorance in the movie. You see a lot of ignorance where the wife says certain stuff and the girl turns around and says to her, "Why are you so horrible?" She goes, "Oh, well, I don't mean to be that way because of whatever my job is or whatever she's doing." But it's all about survival, in this whole movie. That's what I get. It's all about survival, and it's all about you know, the you know, this confirmation of what I said. Once again, it will come back to what I just said again. what conspiracy theorists have been saying for years. They spoke about the Google going off, and a big announcement be made. In the movie, that's exactly what happened. There is loads of indications of stuff like, if they're gonna tell you something, they put it all in a movie. The cyber attacks, where the phones wasn't working, they couldn't get the information out. Big cyber attacks. It's like, even when he's using a signal phone, he couldn't even get the signal out. I mean, but like I said, if you have seen the movie, please leave a message, leave a comment underneath this live, because um it's like the last ditch of humanity. uh you know just the other day, Mark Zuckerberg, they said that they found out he had a bunker on in Hawaii. Like most people are leaving certain places in real life. Now we're talking. Most people are leaving, or doing preparation um for lots of stuff. They um and is seeing what the message. There's always a message in these movies. Always a message, no matter how people try to. No, I mean, like, we can dissect it for however long. Um, they've always said that how, right, there was bunkers, and that how the elite knows exactly what's going on, and like, and because everything is powered through internet network. Um, yes, things will go down. Everything will go down. Smart cities will go down. Um, or what will most probably happen? It'll turn on you. So, but I think it's all about survival that of the people that was there, the characters in the movie. Even though there is, like, because the man and his daughter, right, she's constantly asking, when is mum coming? When is mum coming? Then at the end, she turns to the lady and says, um, I have nobody. My parents, everybody's gone. And when they look out, right, she just stands there, like, in shock. And you're seeing puff of smokes coming from the city itself. And, it's, yeah, I don't even know. I can't put into words, because you see Tesla's been doing his own thing, doing his own thing. Um, nature, nature. When something's up, like I said, I always say, when something's up, the birds go funny, the wildlife goes funny, and this is also what was shown in the movie. Um, so yeah, but anyways, I'm not gonna go on. I'm just gonna leave it like this. Is gonna be a very short and sharp one. I'm not even gonna, because um I did a live on the dark side, and I'm just, my head's kind of there for the time. I don't know. It's just a lot to take in. But hi, Alexander. Hi, Chrissy. But there is just a lot going on in the movie. The movie is definitely an indication of what is things to come, whether it's a good or bad change, whatever. People tend to we tend to rely on the on the internet a lot. Um, Sometimes, even when we when we should be learning other skills, but because, like, it's like people always talk about being dumbed down, and that's what, like, they dumbed down a lot of people in that movie. The phones was not working at all. The phones had totally gone off. They couldn't get signal as well. And there was a right, you can see that there's lawlessness in the city. Law, like, you know, you can see as they look across from where they are, because they're on the rural area side of of in the movie. So it's like they say, sometimes there's messages in these movies. They're telling you what's going on. Like with most things, like Divergent, um, um, what you call it? I'm trying to think of the Phoenix one, because because they've always said that's how it's gonna be. You're gonna be controlled, but there's always a fight for freedom at the end of the day. So you know, like now things are hitting. There is changes happening. You can see the changes is happening. A lot of propaganda going on in parts. Even with the Google Pixel phone, I even have a problem with that. I have a problem with that. The AI things. There's AI in most of the software on on the computer. There's a lot of indications of the now, and this movie I feel is a warning. When I looked at Trap House, Trap House said that how we've been knowing these things are coming. We've been knowing it. Alexander also was saying certain stuff. Like I said, there's him and there's another person who said stuff to me also, that also indicated what is coming. And people will be like, oh no, they're conspiracy theorists, right? At one point, I felt like moving out of London with my children, packing up, moving out of London, because like your senses is telling you to go somewhere safe naturally. And the house in the movie was was what's it call it? I think it was soundproof and everything else. 2024 is gonna be in the history. Yeah, I believe that. I believe that. And I feel high miss wise, and I believe the movie was is showing that, because the guy kept saying the cabal. He said it. Now most movies, they don't even mention the cabal. They will indicate it. They won't say it in the movie itself. He said it a few times. He also said, right, they also showed how people wasn't ready for what was coming until the very last minute, right? You only see one character who was ready, and he had his gun, his power ready. Um, he wouldn't even look after the son. He wouldn't even come out or leave the house where he was. And like you see the level of ignorance to a certain extent where he was concerned too. 20 2024 gonna be next level. A lot gonna come out. A lot's gonna happen. Seems change gonna happen on the monetary level. The cabal is falling down next year. It's gonna go mainstream. There is definitely some truth to this fiction. Hollywood always shows what's going on under the presence of fiction. fiction. Yeah, that's what I think as well. Because um, I tried to watch the whole thing. I tried not to cut it in parts or nothing like I normally do, and I honestly believe that that people don't take heed. Like my friend, when he spoke about the flooding, I can't remember what part. There was a flood somewhere, and he said, "Look, right." He goes, "Look, this is gonna happen. That's gonna happen, and that's gonna happen." Right. But Devon was always on point. He seemed to be always on point because that is the exact thing what that will happen. Like, you know, and and he was saying, people need to prep and people need to be ready and this, that and the other. Um but it's like when you try to prep with people, because I tried to do it with a group on my WhatsApp group, and they didn't, I don't know whether they didn't want to do it, whether it was trust or one storage or whatever, I don't even know. They didn't want to do it, and I started to do a little bit of it, but then my children have this tendency when they see old food they throw it out. So so every time I try to put away food, my children would chuck it out. And or people will say, "What's the point? Like, what's the point you're saving the food? Like, because it's gonna get old anyway, and this, that, and the other." And you're looking at them like, and I'll be referring to the people who do the, what you call it, the ones who keep the whole big pantries. They be like, "Oh, this, that, like, oh, they're doomsday people or something." But sometimes people just have large pantries full of stuff, or cupboards full of stuff in case. They have to tell what they're doing. Most just don't pay attention. But this ain't the only movie that showed it. This is just one of the movies that have showed this. Divergent. I used to love watch Divergent, of the fractions, and um where, like, they were saying that how, right, they was trying to keep the law a certain way, but then later on the Divergence was the one who was to save the place, because like they was trying to govern or trying to keep order in the city. And Divergent, the thing is Divergent. There's another movie. There's so many movies that was warning people. This is not the only movie that has warned people. This is one of the movies that has warned people. The only difference is, right, they bring it out more up to date. March and April 2024 is gonna be interesting. We definitely need to get essentials because prices will continue to rise. Yes, it's gonna rise over here. They got a whole recession coming at present. Um, whole recession is coming. And people are not. It's like my daughter would say, it's like the last knees up before everything goes to hell, basically. Yes, Alexandra, I see the cracks in the system. Yeah, there is a lot going on. There's a lot going on, and especially since there's been a lot of exposing, particularly of, like, I'll say, celebrities and actors are going through it with their not getting paid. Um, you can literally see what's going on. So I'm definitely in agreement with that, because um Fundi also did a review on the movie as well. So I will share Fundi's uptake on it as well, because um it's there's a lot in that movie. There's so much in that movie. I did actually pull up a few things to look at it. But then I thought, no, I'm not gonna do it because I'm literally caught up with the other thing. So yeah, the system is panicking because more people are waking up. Yeah, every single day people are waking up in different ways, and it's not like how people think it is. Like people talk about woke, but some woke is asleep. It doesn't necessarily means that how um well people are been prepping for how many years. There's a woman from Netherlands, and she was prepping. She's been prepping. But it's like, interesting enough, the Obamas produced the movie. They produced the movie, is it? Oh, I didn't know that. So, you know, awakening is happening, and they're scared. They're gonna push, do things. They're gonna get exposed. They're gonna expose themselves. Yeah, definitely there's definitely something going on. Definitely. Oops, wrong one. Let me see. No, you could come up and you can talk about it, you know. I mean, so yeah, the movie definitely, especially when they kept mentioning the cardboard, the gobble, the cobble. They never before in every movie. I've never heard them mention it. In this movie, it was mentioned so many times. The cobble mentioned. Um, you know, but I won't be on here for long. I'm gonna do an hour and then I'm gonna come off. So I'll wait for Alexander to come up or anybody else to come up and give your opinion. I'm gonna say your take on it, your opinion, and but like I said, I'm not gonna be on there for long. My hair's got a whole lot. Right, I'm not gonna be on here for long. Yeah, that movie. There was a lot in that movie. There's a whole lot. Even the message to what the lady was saying to the guy when I went to find what she said in the movie, because the guy did not know what she was saying. She was saying help, help, you know, like there's this and that happening. Um, one of the messages in the community tab, the lady, she was saying, I know that movie, I know it. And Zombie was saying, I know that movie. She couldn't remember the name, but this, like I said, this is just one of many movies that is indicated like stuff is coming or this is coming, and people normally don't take heed or whatever. That so you know they normally don't take heed. They normally don't take heed of certain stuff. So yeah. So if there's anybody who wants to come up, you can five talk your 5 pence or 5 cents. Um Fundi is about even as well because there is a lot to be said. There's a lot to be said. And even if I don't do it now, I might do it tomorrow. I know people who do Christmas probably ain't gonna be on the net, but I don't do Christmas, so I'll probably be on the net. I got loads of hours to make up for on the dark side, so I've got to really do the Dark Side of Ocean Yumi from today, tomorrow, the day after, um, as well. And yeah, so I don't know what to say. Sorry. Well, normally when I'm up, I don't yawn this time of the morning. I don't know what time it is over in other people's places. Did I add him? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, hello. How you doing, Alexander? See, in the end, right? You see, right? We kind of, right? I kind of got you up here in it. See, after, remember
Hmm?
before you and Rico was meant to come up that
Oh
time,
yeah.
and it didn't happen. But at least you
Yeah.
reached, so it's okay.
Yeah. Yeah. You have to let me know one of these days, or I don't know, oncoming week or after Christmas. Yeah. Can do one with Rico. Yeah. I was very
Yeah.
busy, and,
Okay.
and sleeping. My sleep rhythm has changed a lot. Yeah. Um,
Hmm.
it is 20 past 3 a.m. here right now. Yeah.
Oh, it's 7:19 over here. Normally I'm up at 5 o'clock, but I'm up a bit later.
Ah. Okay.
Yeah, I'll be up 3, 1, 3, 2, and this time. Normally this time I'll be getting my daughter ready for school.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So you have
So
vacation. Or,
yeah. I get but I don't do Christmas. Right? You know what I mean? I'm doing Christmas by Juris this year. Um, I don't do Christmas. I normally be sleeping through Christmas and Christmas Eve. I don't do none of them. So it's by
oh yeah.
Juris this year. You know what I'm saying? My second one, my second daughter is governing it right now. So I'm not. I'm just going along with the ride, basically.
Well,
I'm just.
my family here, we used to, but we changed. We evolved. They don't celebrate Christmas as most people. They know the New Year is in March. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they go with it, but they celebrate this New Year. This month is multi-family time, but they also celebrate in March. Celebrate. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. My I normally will do it on what's it, bank holiday? It normally starts from bank holiday, like a week after that, because I normally do Kwanzaa, but I don't do Kwanzaa how I'm supposed to do Kwanzaa. I don't burn the canoe. I don't do all that. I don't do all that. I normally just before what I used to do, I used to just get the kente cloth paper, the kente cloth wrapping paper, and decorate it and just cook for the whole of that week, because that's like bringing in the harvest basically when you're cooking a lot. So that's what I used to do with my children, and then they used to perform. Like I have huge party, and my children would do poetry. They write their own poetry, they dance, they sing. You know what I mean? So my little
That's
one
cool.
is yeah, because I used to do Empress Menin in the house. I never used to go to the events. I never used to go to the events. It's only because of the smallest one I have to go to an event with her. But I'm only taking her for the experience. I'm not taking her because I want to be there. I'm just going for the experience. And yeah, but before what I used to do, I used to invite my house used to be full. It'd be a whole party. I don't like. I will cook the moi moi. I cook the black pea stew, cornbread, all that stuff, and invite all my friends. Give them like especially when I was running a business, I used to give away all my aloe vera products, my Avon products. Just get to them. I didn't wrap them out. I just get to them. So that was one of the things I used to do. It's just as they got older. Like, like they go to other houses and I'll be here. But I wouldn't open the door round about the so-called Beastmas. I don't open the door to nobody. I don't invite nobody around. I don't want nobody around. I don't want to see nobody. So so yeah, that's how I would deal with it.
I understand. Yeah,
Yeah.
I understand. Hey, you live in England, no? In
Yeah.
London, you London?
Yeah. London. Yeah.
Yeah, London is crowded, no? A lot of people there, no?
Yes, yes, yeah. It's crowded. It's crowded, but they're trying to move people out to the countryside. That's what they're trying to do.
Really? Yeah,
Yeah,
that's good. That's
yeah, they're
good.
trying. Oh, what's this? Hold on a minute. Hold
All
on.
right.
You can.
All right. Yeah. Um. Hey, Miss Wise, eyes open. Blessing. Oh, it's 1 a.m. there. I guess 1:23. Oh, it's 1:23 where you are. You're off tomorrow. That's good. Tomorrow? What time? Where do I live? Well, it's Alexander. Alexandra. But I have a cousin that's called Alexandra. But I live in Aruba. I'm from Aruba. It's a little Dutch island in the Caribbean. I live in the Netherlands too. 4 years. I went there for the study in university at science school. So, yeah, I, I speak Dutch also. That's the second language here. We have our own native language here, Papiamento. And then you have Spanish too, bit Spanish. Well, yeah, there's a lot of things. Hey, next year is gonna be, and next year is also a leap year, no? A leap year. We're coming back to a leap year. Last time we were in a leap year was 2020, every 4 years. So, and next year with the eclipse, also the crossing in the U.S., and there's a lot of cycles that's ending right in 2024 for a new cycle to begin, and it's gonna be rounding off by 2025, but it's gonna be starting off in 2024 in March, April. March is an 11 universal month, so I can see things coming out in March that's gonna be enlighten the world. Let me put it that way. It's gonna be a lot of people gonna be enlightened on new information that's gonna come out in March, go in April. And that's all for the awakening. Everything that's happening is for the awakening. You know, it's like the world population is on a delay and they're now catching up. So, and that's the awakening. People are finally realizing, oh shit, what's going on? The government is not for us. Everything is controlled, food, everything shit. That we have to stand up against it and say no more. And then they cannot do nothing. You're ready. It's time. Yes, next year is time. We asked to be here. I study numerology, and it correlates with the near-death experience of people. I've been seeing a lot of near-death experience, and it correlates with the numerology. So we choose to be here. We choose our name. We choose our parents. We choose our experience. This all has to do for our soul growth on this planet. This planet is more like a lesson. It's a life lesson, soul experience at the university level. When we finish here, we graduate PhD in the spiritual realm. Let me put it that way. Hey, Medea, how you doing? So yeah, next year going to be interesting, and I can see in 2025 a lot of new technology coming out, like the med bed, and there's also one called celestial bed. So I think the star seeds, which are gonna continue the indigos, they go to a higher frequency, and the technology that stays here gonna be for the other people, that let's say the young souls, because the star seeds are like old souls, so the other souls need more experience for learning. Oh, I tell you back.
Nice. Okay, continue.
Well,
And does that you finish you're saying? I'm not. I didn't wanna cross over.
oh no, I'm just saying, everything that's happening on this planet is right. I see a lot of divine intervention that have taken place. Otherwise, we all be fucked up right now, especially the conspiracy theorist people, because they will go after them first. But that didn't happen. So, yeah, next year is going to be an eye-opening year. I know for sure. Um, but yeah, it's good to stock up, have extra things that let in your house, food, water, for that example, that if something happened, that you don't need to go out, that you can stay in your house. With the protest that's happening, there's going to be a lot of protests. I see a lot more protests happening in the future. It's going to be a lot more. But like with the protest of the Israel and Palestine, I wouldn't advise to go with that, because that's bullshit. The whole thing is bullshit, and those people are like brainwashed, and that thing can easily get triggered and become a chaos, and you be in middle of it. So if it's that protest, I would advise not to go. But other than that, just make sure you're good, your family good, you have food, water, and you're good. You're good. But yeah, next year is gonna be a change. Also, something's gonna happen with the market. Um, Stock market. The only thing good is gold and silver. All the other things are bullshit. The crypto market is heavily manipulated. The Bitcoin also. So I wanted long time ago. I wanted to invest, but now I found out who's really behind it. I'm like, fuck that. The only thing value is silver and gold if you get in that. Other than that, all of it is gonna go down. Yeah, maybe the Great Reset will come for a bit, but I don't think it's gonna take long, because they have another financial system for the people that is gonna come. That's the quantum financial system. It has a deep history, um, but they're already working on it, which is the NESARA. NESARA is going to be for the United States, and then the GESARA is going to be for the world. Yeah, but yeah, no, we live in an interesting time. So I was saying that March and April, oncoming March and April, is going to be an eye-opening month for the whole world, with things coming out in that month. So, no, it's interesting. We live in an interesting time. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
that's what one of my friends said. But they keep saying that the younger children is gonna suffer it though. The children that's here, and that's what one of my friends was indicating. Um, you know, maybe I think she was talking about the cost of living going up.
yeah, maybe, yeah, I can see that also going up. It's gonna reach a peak, but then afterwards, everything is gonna turn for the better. So yeah, things I can see things getting, yeah, especially with the US, things are gonna get worse, but afterwards it's gonna come back good. So this oncoming 12 months is gonna be some heavy roller coaster ride, but by by the ending, it's gonna be good. By the ending of 2012, 2024 going into 2025, maybe even later in 2025, but I know 2026 the world is going to be fully different, new beginning, because this year was a 7 year. Seven is all about um, analyzing things, looking at yourself, doing the inner work, um, uh, looking at where you are. What's your inner desire? Are you working on your environment? Um, a lot of people had spiritual awakening this year with things popping out. Self reflection on the things you're doing and what you want to do. All of it has to do with the seven, and also with things coming out to the light, things people being exposed, truth coming out. That's all has to do with the seven. So this year was more spiritual year. Next year is going to be a physical one because it's the eighth. The eighth is all about material, wealth, and empowerment. So people are going to be tested in their empowerment. Also has to do with authority and with the banks. And next year also we're in the Chinese astrology with the correlate with numerology. Next year is by them we are in the dragon year. So the dragon is the same, represents power, abundance, prosperity, and money. So yeah, next year, that's the theme for next year. A lot of people will want to go after what they want, ambition, and it's also a year for easy manifesting. What do you want to bring into this reality? Where do you see yourself? Work on it with the energy of the eight. It's easy to manifest next year. So um, yeah, so that's what I can say about. It's gonna be a transformation. So eight also represents rebirth. And oh yeah, next year we enter the eighth year, the eight, nine, and one. That's in numerology. There's 3 years that we're entering because the cycle runs from one till nine. Then in nine it goes back to one. That's the cycle, one till nine. But in that cycle, there's another cycle called the transformational cycle. And that's where we're gonna go in next year. It's a 3 year of transformational cycle and it ends in 2026. So by the ending of this transformational cycle, the world is gonna be different. That I can tell you for sure because I'm seeing everything is going in divine timing and order. So yeah, we're on an exciting path, things people being exposed, government being exposed, people standing up and not taking shit anymore. So that's basically going to be the theme for next year that everybody is going to be challenged in their authority and their empowerment. So the question is, are you just going to be letting people walk over you or are you going to stand in your power?
Standing the power for sure. But I feel that when you're the testing and well, I mean, like they so-called call it test and trials, isn't it? Like it's just like it depends on the strength of how you are as well, because like you don't know to when you are really face in the gutter kind of situation. That's when you know. Well, probably when the shit hit the fan, as they say. That's when you know um
Mm.
how you deal with people and everything else that comes with it. Because
Oh yeah.
life is in. I think people are constantly being tested, but they don't look at it as a testing. They just look at it like
Oh yeah.
something else. Yeah.
Yeah. This year was more a spiritual test. Faith. People faith are being tested too. Your faith is going to be tested. This was more this year, your faith also. To have that connection with source. But yeah, next year, yeah, faith also is gonna come in the role. Yeah, faith. Yeah, your faith is gonna be tested also next year. Yeah, your faith is gonna be tested next year also for the whole world actually, for the whole world. Um, yeah, yeah. There's something else I wanted to say on that, but I forgot. Damn it. But yeah, and it's gonna start in because the eclipse that on 8th of April 2024 is gonna mark an X in the U.S. and apparently U.S. Yeah, well, the X is designed to seem like the U.S. is gonna fall for the new to come. Um, there's something else I read about the U.S. Yeah, U.S. being the old Egypt, but there was something else. Damn, I forgot. Give me a minute, see if I remember. Yes, that's good. Learning and sharing. Yeah, we are stronger together. Yeah, that's true. That's why they're pushing all the division. And there's a lot of people fall into the division. And there's every time something new. Like Ukraine, are you Ukraine for Russia? Well, and now you have to take side with Israel and Palestine. I'm for neither. Both of them at fault. One more than the other, which is Israel. Like, they're being exposed right now. Yeah, I know there's a lot of things happening on the ground too. There's battle happening on the ground in Iceland right now. There's the uh, group, uh, military group that's fighting with the reptilians on the ground there. They're winning. The reptilians are losing. So we're winning slowly. We're winning slowly, but we're winning. We're getting there. So that's good. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I like the prediction still. You know what I mean? So if anybody wants to come and talk to Alex as well, because sometimes I just run out of stuff to ask him because he always baffles me when he talks. Okay, so what I normally do, I normally just let him this like that. This yeah, right. So, like, if you see that how I'm not responding to him, right? I'm listening, literally. I'm literally listening to what he's saying. So, if you have any questions or anything to ask him, you can ask him as well. You can just come up on the panel and just ask him, basically. Because when I did the other way, it was harder. So, I think it's better if people just come up and just ask him questions. It's a lot more easier that way. Or have a conversation if you need to. Let's have a conversation. It's okay because I ain't going on no school runs or nothing. So I can just leave it running and just like do my little things in the background, especially when the little one gets up because like I always have to cut off the live when she gets up because I don't like her voice being on because before I used to allow it, but now I don't allow it as much. So that's why I normally cut off straight away if she's up or she's about. Oh, you know what I mean? So if somebody wants to come up, is you could come up and you can talk to him as well. I was hoping, I think because of the time difference, because otherwise Rico would have appeared. I think in his case, there's a time difference.
Where is
Uh,
Rico?
he's in New York.
Oh, New York.
He's in New York. Christine would have probably been there too, but she's probably sleeping. That's what I think, because otherwise she would have appeared. Um, Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, because the movie, I feel like when people looked at the movie, they're thinking this is the only movie that's put out this
Oh, yeah.
message.
Oh, good that you mentioned the movie. You mentioned the
Mm,
Obama movie, right?
yeah.
Uh, what's it called again? Leave the land behind or something. I don't know. I
Leave the
wouldn't.
world behind.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't watch it. Why? is because that's their idea. That's what they want. By watching it, you're putting energy into it. You're manifesting it. You see, and that's what they want. They want people to watch it and see, like, with the cyber attack happening and all that. There's like, oh, look, this happened in the movie, so everything is going in the movie according to the movie. That's what they want. We put energy into it. So that's why I don't watch it. I saw the trailer. I already knew what it was over, so I didn't need to watch the movie. There's another one that's gonna come out called about the Civil War. That's what they're pushing. It's gonna come next year. Wonder Why?
Yeah. Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes, yes. My daughter told me about that yesterday. In fact, she literally told me about that yesterday. She said, "Mom, look, Mom, they're doing right." She said, "Right, right." She said, "If you think this one's mad, right?" She said, "Take a look at this one," and she pulled up the Civil War one. I said, "Oh, okay. Oh, all right then." And yeah, because yeah, I think you're right on that. Really, I think you're right because it's how it's made. It's 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 like indications of little things. That's what I feel from what I was watching. They do indications of stuff, like you said, putting stuff into the head,
yeah. Predictive
visually, isn't it?
programming. Yes, and we're manifesting it. So that's why I don't watch it. Neither um the Civil War, because I know that's what they want. Not now. From a long time already, they wanted like a civil war. They're pushing for that, and if that break out, they have to excuse for martial law. That's the end goal, the martial law. That there's gonna be a police state, police on the street. You cannot get out. That's the end goal. That's what they want, and then they can do anything with the forced vaccination, all that. So that's why the people in control, the Q group, which people think is um, a psyop, it's not. They're real. Um, there's another one called TLS. They're real. They're the ones fighting the reptilians on the ground and rescuing children. One of the group is being managed, well, has one key person in it, is John F. John F. Kennedy Jr. He's still alive. He's managing it. So yeah, when that's gonna come out, I don't know, but I know they're active. Um, and with what else? Mm, oh yeah, you mentioned about the movie. Oh yeah, next year also coincidentally. Now that movie I would suggest you to watch. Is the movie the one of Bob Marley? That's gonna come out right in the year of the 8th year, which we have to what? Get up, stand up for our right. So interesting how everything correlates.
Yeah, I saw the trailer for that as well. I saw that trailer for that for sure. It's like it's like a hope, like a beam of hope, basically. That's what I feel because I know people is like, oh, Bob Marley, this and that, and his family is this and that and this and that. But I feel that they needed to put a movie out of him because there was actually a theater production of yeah of Bob Marley, like a musical over here. Yeah, over here they did a Bob Marley musical. So I feel like one time, right, they would have had to put out a movie of him sooner or later. Because remember, before all they was doing was putting out the negativity of Jamaican life and um like even when it comes to musicians, certain musicians, and I feel that how because everybody knows Bob Marley, right? Right, just I think some people needs to see his so-called the so-called life or whatever. Yeah, I think everything falls into line. It's that what they call it synchronicity thing going on in it. So um sometimes I just watch. because I get a little forgetful of stuff sometimes. So when I watch certain stuff, it just brings me back. Because like when I watch Divergent, particularly, because I used to watch Divergent before. I watched Divergent before. And the other day, I found myself watching Divergent and Insurgent about the fractions. And people used to talk about the how, like, oh yeah, and the other one, the Mockingbird, something I can't remember. Right,
The Mockingbird.
what's that one where like they went around choosing children from different fractions and they had to fight? Oh,
I don't watch much movies. The truth. I know there's an operation called Mockingbird, is which CIA penetrated all the media in the U.S. from newspaper to television, and they put their agents there to send and control the information that's being sent out to the American public.
mm.
That was called Operation Mockingbird.
Operation Mockingbird. Hold on, let me try and go back into my phone.
Yes.
I locked myself out my phone. Hold on. Operation Mockingbird.
Oh yes, you're not aware of that? There's a lot of
No, no. I used to be around a lot of people that used to talk like how you're talking, and now I'm not around them no more. Is this is before me and my friend, cause me and my other friend, right? We used to talk about all this stuff before. Me and a few friends actually. Me and my few friends. The only one who talks like you now, I think, is Chrissy, and I think Miss Wise. He talks like you now. So it's one of the conversations I don't have, and sometimes I feel like I've been dumbed down myself. But then at the same time, it's not I'm dumbed down because then I come across someone like you, or I come across someone like Rico, or come, you know what I mean?
yeah. Um. Well, yeah, I can understand. You see, um, I self was long time alone. I set the intention that I want like-minded people, and not long afterwards, I encounter like people that also does the research, although not
Mm,
everybody was on the same level.
mm-hmm,
Um, yeah, but you have to just put the intention, and you will get it. Oh, you're getting it right now. Actually, you have, although they're not near you in England, but yeah, you have people around you. That's right. And stuff.
mm, because because to me it's like certain conversations need to be have had, but it's just like sometimes even offline because I would have formulated the group offline, but there's so many groups offline on WhatsApp, on Telegrams, and this one and that one. And then you just think, you know, do you have the time to do that? Because there's so much. Is time goes fast already. Speeds down. You spin around. It's like 11 o'clock in the day. Over here, I find it goes really quick. Whether I'm getting older, I don't know. Maybe because I'm older or what. Um, and it's like you're seeing things in motion. Like the Palestine thing. Like I didn't really talk about it really. I see it. I see what's going on. Like, but like I said to some of my friends or one of my friends, I said, yeah, I said if every time something popped up on my timeline, I spoke about it. The whole thing will be full up of things from Palestine, Gaza, this one, that one, and sometimes, right, you just need like something different. Sometimes you just need to be all. Well, I wouldn't say ordinary, but it's just like when I'm offline, I think I am constantly getting information all the time. So sometimes I just switch off. Sometimes I need to be around the information. I'm not gonna say woke, the aware group, because like people say they're woke, but they're not. But they talk the whole heap of hoopla, and then when you really check it now, it's just verbiage, and then so you just think I'd rather be around someone who's not even giving all that verbiage because it's the most unlikeliest person that you'll come across and they start talking about numerology, the this one, the that one, and you're just like, wow. Um, even though I'm not into numerology, but when they start talking about like what you're talking about, like, okay, this is coming, that is coming, and I'll be like, oh, okay, and I'll just listen. But people just think, oh yeah, they're just conspiracy theories, but they're not. It's not conspiracy theories. Sometimes it is really what is that is happening. It's just that you can't see it.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. It's maybe due to their ignorance, they don't want to, or they don't want their um illusion destroyed, their reality, because they have to rethink things, and
Mm.
they don't want to do that. But that's why I don't really worry with those type of people, because next year I've been waiting for 2024 since 2012. Well, yeah, I'm telling you, next year is gonna be different. They're gonna see that the conspiracy theorist people weren't that crazy after all. Yeah.
Mm.
So what I can suggest is just to focus on self during this time. Focus on self, keep your energy up, because there's a lot of people getting sick too during these days.
Yes. Yeah.
So that's the most important for now, is focus on your health,
Yeah.
and uh, and then everything else will fall into place. Because yeah, the prices gonna go up a bit more, things like it, before it goes back down.
Mm.
But I know at the end we win, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, We're just playing it out, you know. That's
Mm-hmm.
how I see it. And yeah, and we all asked to be here, so yeah, so we have to go with the ride.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Um, yeah, I think that's what I'll be doing sometimes because I just roll with it. Um,
Yeah, we all
I,
came here to do something, you
yes, it's true. Some people just come to bring messages and whatever, whatever, and some people come to observe in it. So um, that's
Oh
normally
yeah,
how it turns out. But and I always said to people, some is doing better than others in circumstances and lifestyles, and some is doing worse. But because like like you said, it's like you gotta fight to get what you need to do or what you need to be, and sometimes it's constant, but like sometimes it makes you a stronger person. It stresses the hell out of you sometimes, but then you sort of just gotta go through it. um um Even I at one point was gonna take a break from the YouTube for a little while because of the content that I do. I was gonna take a break. I got so mad the other day when I finished looking into the thing I did on the dark side, and I was consistently just thinking about it consistently. And I saw my daughter, and I grabbed the Guinness, and I said to her, "For the past week, I've just been watching child murders for the past week, right? Literally,
that's that's not good.
literally.
Oh,
Yeah,
why are you seeing it? What do you want to learn from it? What do you want to get from it? That's what you have to ask yourself. You see, I
yeah,
don't watch horror movie. I don't like watching horror. You know,
mm,
I only watch, if I watch, is comedy or superhero stuff or documentary. That's it.
mm,
I don't like,
mm.
only if I watch a horror, it has to be based on true story. But
Yes,
that
true.
the horror energy, I don't like that, because what you're
Yeah,
watching is taken into your
yeah,
body.
yeah. Because of the type of channel that channel is, right? That's why I was focused on that. But when I finished like a day, it took me a day, and I was all right after that. It's like I just need to sleep, like you said, sleep, rest, and recuperate for a little while, and turn off. And then I think I went and I watched somebody else, and everything I said, he kind of said the same thing, and I was like, okay, well, like, okay, I wasn't too out of it because, like you, sometimes. it has to be real as it can be. Like what's you call it? Like a real life situation. Because I like looking into stuff like that sometimes. I think it's just me sometimes, but it's just that because I understand it in a certain way. I've always researched some kind of history from long time, so I've always been kind of like that. And being my curiosity, I think what it is, my curiosity leads me certain places, and then after a while, I have to like stop it, because otherwise it's like a train. It's like you're going, then you can't stop it. So yeah, so and some of the people who know me, they notice that. So at one point, I have to stop the train from continuing, because otherwise I'll just continue. Look here, look there, look there, and then I'll say, okay, that's enough now, because like, yeah, you just need to chill out for the time. So yeah, and then sometimes I just go and look at the comedy side. Yeah, I do, but that's like off moments. That's off moments sometimes, or I just turn off the TV and I'll listen. I have a podcast moment. I would just listen to podcasts like the whole day, or listen to music like the whole day and dance around and let off, and then I'm cool after that.
Yeah, yeah, you
Yeah.
have to balance it out. When you're learning, your brain can only, take so much. So you have to watch something, else that your brain is not thinking so much, so it can relax. Maybe comedy or something that you don't have to think as much. And that's how you keep it. Otherwise, you're gonna have like a crash moment with your brain. You know,
Mm,
your
mm,
brain can only take so much information at a time, so you have to, take it easy. To balance.
yeah,
Balance is key and everything. So why
yeah.
for you watching the murder thing, you have to ask yourself why you're watching it. What do you want to learn? What do you want to get from it? Because those things are not really good to keep, watching it. Maybe if you're a detective or you want to help in a case with that, okay, I can see that. But other than that, I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. It's I've always been into them stuff. My daughter, my daughter be like, "Mom," I'll be like, but to me, it's like I don't know. It's not. It's I don't know. I can't put it into words. It's one of those things. It's one of those. I would sit and I'll watch. Is it ID? The song called ID on thing. I will have them moments. I will sit and I'll go off and I'll go and research the thing. Yeah, I'm one of those ones that I hear it and I say, mm. By this time, me and my daughters already sit down and all right and kind of worked how they did it, when they did it, how they go about it, this, that, and the other. So it's like that sometimes. Like me and my daughter, we do that. Right? We're like, I mean, people call it, oh, it's like you're being a PI. It's not like you're being a PI. It's
Private
like,
investigator.
yeah,
Okay, here's a question. Your
mm,
life is 11.
mm,
So you attract very easily to the mystical stuff, mystical realm. A
mm.
question: do you have a pendulum?
I used to have a pendulum.
Hmm. When you had it, did you use it like in yes, no question?
Yeah, I did used to use it. Yeah,
And why did you stop?
because I stopped doing the stuff I was doing. I had a crash moment. So so what I try
Mm,
not to do is have a crash moment. Um, I kind I'm mostly isolated. I'm mostly by myself the majority of the time. Even though I got my children, but I'm mostly by myself. I'm mostly me. But when I go out, the whole world knows me. I'm kind of like that type of person, right? So um I have lots of things that I have a lot of interest in, and sometimes it takes me one thing to the other, to the other, to the other. When I'm researching certain stuff, I go to one thing to the other. It's continuous, but it's like the information is like, because it's like a jigsaw to me. It's like a jigsaw. I'm like, what's his name? Sherlock Holmes. Because when like your brain starts working out something, you put together something, then that goes to something else. And it's like, I would have moments like that. Like, like the other day, something happened, and I feel that the people didn't explain it properly. By the time I finished, I said to my daughter, but they could have done A to B to D to da, 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 da. And I was thinking, but it's quite simple. But in my mind, what is simple to others, or they might go around it another way. Sometimes I do things back to front. I do things back to front. That's how I work sometimes. But it's not on purpose. It's just that I just had to teach myself to do that. So the way my brain works sometimes is a bit like, sometimes, like when I'm talking about something, and if I'm really passionate about that thing, you can hear it. If it's just a surface thing, it's just an overview. I sort of have an overview of certain things. I'll go look into it, but then I kind of read about it a little bit, because like that's the same with that movie. I went and I've got the articles. I drew it up. I looked at it and I said, okay, and then I said like that, and then I heard somebody else talk about it, but then I want to put in my own words per se. That's how I do it, like that.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
it's mine.
Yeah, you can do it that way. That's a good way to do it.
Yeah, yeah. It's because even there's another man I know, and he talks just like you as well, like I said. So it's like, just say I say hi to my friend, and he goes and he starts talking, and I listen to what he's saying, but because I know I can't just go pick it up, I can't just go find it. So I'll just watch it and see how it is, and some things have ring true to me. So I just be like, oh, okay. Like, but I don't doubt the person initially, because I know sometimes what they're saying is truth. And I mean, so I can't put into words. It just works out like that sometimes. So I just take it as it is. Like when he spoke about the Korea getting flooded, he spoke about that. He said, look, now this is gonna happen. And he got flooded, and I didn't doubt him. I just was wait. I saw it. I waited. You know when you wait for the time, because he didn't give a time span. So I waited and I saw it, and it happened. And then he said, next, they're gonna say, oh yeah, right, this was a setup. Like Trump thing was a setup or something, something. And I said, oh okay. And then I wait, and then Trump went to had his fingerprints done or something, and then I kind of skim over it, but it's kind of like things I skim over. I don't leave it, but I look and I say, oh, okay. I said, okay, yeah, I remember when Devon said that, and that's how I do it. That's how, and I don't know whether some people do it, but the prepping thing was one of the biggest things, because I was hoping, like I said, to see people talking about the prepping. I wanted to learn to fish at one point. That never happened, but I wanted to learn to fish. I wanted to learn to get a chicken, because I know that's a West Indian thing, right? We're supposed to know how to do them things. How to catch a chicken, got a chicken, whatever. Learn about the plants. Then know how to pick nettles in the back garden. Not necessarily mean because you're not in the countryside doesn't mean to say that how you shouldn't know how to pick berries and little things. So survival. That's what I think. The learning of survival. But it's just like when you ask about it initially, people talk about going to nature, but you need to know how to survive in nature. You need to know how to survive in certain circumstances, how to start a fire. Um, Very few people is able to do that.
Yeah, not a lot of people can do that. What I understand, the new generation now cannot even drive a manual car.
Mm,
So yeah,
mm,
and yeah, most people live in city. Um, yeah, with hunting, they don't know no clue about that.
mm,
So yeah, yeah, with that, yeah, I don't know. Uh, Yeah, that's why there's a problem. If something go down and you're in the city, it's gonna be a big problem because people are gonna get hysterical and paranoid. So that's why if something goes down and if you're in a big city, it's good to have extra things so you don't have to get out of your house
Yeah,
for maybe a week, 2 weeks or something.
yeah, that's what Vasco said as well. Because Vasco Stevenson and another lady called Diane, I forgot her name. She was talking about people burning coals in their house. She said at one point people's gonna be burning coals in their house to heat up their house, like literally burning, putting fires in their house. Not fires, but you know what I mean, small fires to keep the house warm.
Oh, how is the weather there where you are? Is it cold than normal? Colder than
It,
normal?
it's cold. It's cold, but it is like it's windier. It's windy, that's for sure.
Windy. Okay.
Yeah,
Here in
it's
the
windy.
Caribbean, it's normal.
Mm.
Yeah, it's normal weather. There's no difference with it. No. Yeah.
Yeah, it's windy. There was people going into shops and taking drinks off of the shelves and stuff like that. But I put that down to recession and certain stuff was happening over here. So what they're doing now, they're basically going to the shop, packing their bags or drink or whatever off the shelves, literally, and then walking out with it. Sometimes they stop them and sometimes they don't.
Oh, yeah. With those people, the immigrants, what I understand next year is going to be a big deportation of them. In the Netherlands, the people are starting to get fed up with them. They're
Mm,
doing a lot of crime. I know in Germany too, it's not so good. In UK, I think also in America now the people there start to feel it. So
mm,
next year I see a big deportation. That's another thing that's gonna happen is with the immigrants that's
mm,
coming in because a lot of them are men, military
mm,
age.
mm,
It's like they been selected to come there to do something.
mm,
So that's the problem. So that's another thing that's gonna pop off. And oh yeah, also with the truth coming out, yes, in the first week of January 2024, um, the list, apparently the list of the people that's on the list of with the Jeffrey Epstein is gonna be public. It's gonna be publicized. All
mm,
the names that they have on the list. So a lot of famous people are gonna be exposed. A lot.
mm.
People that you don't expect are gonna be exposed. This one guy, I don't know when it's gonna go mainstream, is Pastor JT.
Oh,
Think
TD Jakes.
what? TBG?
Yeah.
TBG. Yeah, he's being exposed right now to go with underage boys
Mm,
and doing some type of gay orgy with T Diddy.
mm,
Yeah. So all of those a lot of famous people, all of them are gonna be exposed. Next year is gonna start off very strong with people being shocked, and more is gonna come out. Yeah, more and more. Yeah,
mm, mm.
something's gonna come out. It's gonna, I don't know, I don't know what's gonna happen with people.
What about the Christian Keys thing? What do you think about that? The
Who?
Christian Keys thing coming out about Tyler Perry.
What about Tyler Perry?
Because Christian Keys, before they used to talk about that how people will that how they was getting approached by the movie people or not movie people by the producers and they will try to essay them or sexually assault them basically and then Christian Keys came out was saying that how a billionaire tried to put question to him and he said that how he was drunk and he accidentally well not accidentally he touched him in a certain way and he had to push him off or whatever but then it's like there's like he was meant to put a lawsuit because being with the Howard Cassie done a lawsuit as well against Diddy. I mean, I don't follow the celebrities hard as much as I used to, so I only saw Christian Keys because like um he just looked very upset and very disturbed, but I haven't seen anything since then. Um, so a lot of people are saying that how he was faking it or something to get his page up or something, and some people are saying that how the billionaire who put question to him was Tyler Perry.
I wouldn't be surprised if Tyler Perry is also in that same group as them. I'm not
Mm,
surprised because uh, I think another pastor that he's fully corrupt. I forgot his name, but he bought a plane of Tyler Perry.
mm,
So yeah, and Tyler Perry got real big in Hollywood, and you don't get that big by being innocent. So
mm,
I'm pretty sure he went through some ritual, like all of them does. They go through a sort of gay ritual.
mm,
Um, yeah, and they film it everything.
mm,
Apparently, one of the people has, well, she has taped photos. She has led everything with the feds of P Diddy and the pastor.
mm,
So they have everything. Now, when it's gonna be the pictures or the videos gonna be publicized, I don't know,
mm,
but expect something to pop out next year. Yeah, a lot is gonna come out next year, so that's why I say next year is gonna be something to. It's gonna be a year, a history year that
mm,
I know for sure. So many things is gonna happen at once next year, so it's gonna be interesting. But yeah,
mm.
more and more people are gonna be exposed. Like Oprah was exposed this year.
Yeah.
More of her is gonna come out. So yeah, people gonna see who Hollywood really is and who's behind it and all of that. You know.
Yeah, yeah. I do feel that how at first the things about Oprah was coming out, and I was like, yeah, yeah, I looked into that, and they were saying there was stuff going on with her, but yeah, I do believe. I think you're right on that one. I think it's all gonna just come out. It's just gonna.
Oh yeah, a lot of celebrity. I think Oprah was also on the Epstein list.
Yes.
Oprah,
Yeah.
Naomi Campbell, the
Yeah.
model. Akon,
Yeah.
Akon. And another, what's the Chris Tucker? Chris
Yeah.
Tucker also. Beyonce, Jay Z. Um, yeah, all those people. That's the one I know out of my head, but of the Black Americans or dark skinned people. But yeah, then you have Tom Hanks and Kevin Spacey and all those other people, Bill Clinton, Hillary Clinton, all of those.
Mm,
So yes, it's politician, royals, banking people, celebrities, all sort of people is on the list.
mm,
Um, yeah, Prince Andrew of England, yes,
mm,
he's also on the list. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. I think Kevin Spacey says that if the list come out, he's going to leave the U.S.
mm, mm,
Yeah, but what I understand, he was abused when he was a child,
mm,
and he didn't come out of it apparently. So a lot of people that abuse children is because they self was abused.
mm.
Um, but yeah, that doesn't give you that you were abused or gives you the right to abuse other people.
Exactly.
Yeah, I heard that he was very brutal. Let me put it that way, how
Mm,
he acted. But yeah, all those people are not going to be able to walk on the street anymore when all of it come out. That's what they are afraid of.
mm.
Well, yeah, that's their problem. Ugh. Yeah, so everything has, consequences. And that's what they're gonna, you know, um,
Yeah.
a lot of people say, oh, yeah, I know this, I know the darkest shit on this planet. Uh,
Mm.
but I know that, that everything is being recorded, and this karma, there's
Mm.
the law of justice. So they can go long, but it's gonna come a time when they're gonna feel what they caused to the other people or other beings. They're gonna feel it
Mm.
too. So
Yeah.
that gives me more relaxation, you know, because I
Mm.
know from what's happening on this planet for a long time, more than 10 years already. I know all the dark shit that is happening on this planet. But I'm happy now that it's coming to an end. So
Yeah, it needs to come to an
that's
end.
all.
It needs to, man. It needs to because because the separation thing. I know like rebellions. There's gonna be rebellions and stuff because it's just like you're just looking and you're just thinking, yeah, people's gonna get ticked off at one point, and like they always talk about the revolution will not be televised, and I feel that at one point there is gonna be some coming together or some type. It's just how it looks is another thing. But yeah. Oh, she's coughing. She's coughing. Yeah. Chelsea getting up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. The
Oh.
revolution of the consciousness is what's happening, and next year is gonna reach a peak state.
Mm.
There's gonna around the world. You're gonna see people uprising around the
Yeah.
world next year.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm.
It started in 2008 when we had the financial crash in the U.S. Then Pluto entered Capricorn, and when does it end? In 2024. And
Mm.
the last time Pluto was in Capricorn was the American Revolution took place and the French Revolution. And
Mm.
now the revolution of the consciousness is what's taking place
Mm.
globally.
Mm.
And you're seeing the awakening is happening. So
Mm.
everything is going as it should in divine timing and order, you know.
Mm. Mm. Okay. Yeah. But I might have to come off in case my young one comes into the room or something. She might wake up. It was nice talking to you. I'm gonna try and see if I can
Yeah,
get Rico. Hopefully if he's free, I'll get him back as well because it was a nice dynamic between the two of you, you see. That's why I
yeah,
liked it. It
no,
was nice. Huh?
yeah, no, it's good. We can do it. Yeah, you have to let me know. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's also, what's the time now? 4:20 a.m. So,
Yes, 8:20 over here.
yeah, so, yeah, I'm gonna crash too because it's very late and I'm tired. So it was
Yeah.
fun, yeah, a bit on your stream talking a bit.
Yeah.
And yeah, we can, yeah, next time, let me know. Yeah, Rico is there. Let me know when Rico can, and I will join.
Okay, cool. All right then. Yeah, it's good to
Um,
see you as well.
yeah, good to see you also. Good to hear you.
Okay.
Blessings. Have a good holiday. Oh yeah, you don't celebrate. Just have a good, yeah, family day. Yeah, I see it as family month, family
Yeah.
energy. All right,
Yeah. Yeah, Andrew,
and
you definitely have a good family day.
yes, thank you very much. All right,
All
till next
right.
time.
All
Peace.
right. All right. Peace. Oh, thank you, Alexandra, for coming up as well. I am actually going to close the stream because my little one, she's up. I can hear her stirring. Just okay. Wait a minute, okay? Yeah. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna call the names out, and then I'm just gonna come off. Oh, bless you. It's okay. Hold on, I'm coming. Thank you for coming, Alexander, Chrissy, Christine, Dark, Daughter of Darkness, Miss Wise, uh, Where's Medea? Just Medea, and thank you. And I'm gonna see you on the next live. Please go to the Dark Side of the Ocean, you hear me? Please like the videos over there. I don't know why. I don't know what's going on. YouTube was playing over there for a little bit. I don't know whether you lot are thinking it's the overkill, but there's a lot in what I'm talking about as well. And with that said, I will see you on the next side. Please comment underneath on the ocean, Yemi too, as well as the dark side of the ocean, Yemi. I will be uploading, and through the holiday, I'll probably be making stuff and putting over there. But with that said, I will see you in the next live. Take care. Bye.